Welcome back to Good Day. We have a lot of authors on this program, but what if we took all those authors, put them together in one venue for a day and gave you direct access to them? It would be like a convention, like a romance con. Allison Fiskus joins us from the Toledo Lucas County Public Library with author Katrina Jackson. Thanks for being here today, ladies.
Thank you so much for having us.
Absolutely. So this is year 2 for this,
yes,
right?
year 2.
Last year was huge.
Huge, 2,500 people.
2,500 people. Yep. And you were there just as so you're going to be on a panel this year, and we'll talk a little bit more about that in a moment. But first, tell us a little bit about your writing and in your books and how you got into it.
So I'm a university professor, and a lot of my books deal with university professors. Okay. I write a lot of contemporary romances, as well as a little bit of paranormal and some historical as well. Some of them are set in the Midwest, because here I am, but I'm also from California, so I set a lot of them in California and the South, where my family's from.
So both, bringing it all together. You live here in the area now and going to be part of a romance con. 50 authors at this thing.
Absolutely.
How'd you get them all together?
So every Valentine's Day now, we put out a call for authors to participate. And this year, I'm happy to say we got more than double the amount that we were able to have at our capacity for the library. And so then from there, we go through and we select the ones that best represent the people of Toledo, the national authors that have, said that they also want to come, and the different varieties of romance that exist.
Yeah, so you have a couple of headliners,
yes.
And I think those events are sold out, right?
Yes, but there are day of wait lines, and we do expect people to perhaps not be able to come. So if you're still interested, I highly recommend you show up at 9 a.m. when doors open and get in that line for Christina Lauren. And then also we'll have another line that forms about an hour before the second panel, which is at 3 p.m.
Okay, so you have a chance still, but either way, people can just come and be part of some of the workshops and the panel discussions. So yeah, let's talk a little bit about the panel discussion you're going to be doing, and it's on diversity and inclusion, right?
Yes, so romance is a traditionally very white genre, but there has been a lot of push in the last decade or so for authors of color, queer authors not from the U.S., writing from many different perspectives. And so the panel that they put together is sort of hopefully going to touch on some of those issues and why it matters.
And everybody loves reading romance, and it seems like it is a hugely popular genre right now, and all of the little sub-genres and all of that. Why do you think people love romance so much?
I think romance is the most accessible genre out there. And you're right, it is absolutely the most popular. It is the genre that props up the entire publishing industry. Wow. I believe I read recently that it finally pushed print publishing into the black for the first time in many, many years, just this last year. And it's worth celebrating. It's worth, it's often been sort of maligned as trite or, something less than other literature, but that's not what we believe. We believe there's books for everyone, and all reading is good reading, and we want to celebrate that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not just the Fabios on the cover of the books, right? But those are good too, right?
They are.
Katrina, tell me a little bit about how you started writing. You're a professor, but what made you say, I'm going to write some novels?
Depression, mostly.
Really? Wow.
I was in graduate school and very burnt out from school, and I've been a writer my whole life, but I wanted an outlet. And for me, that's what romance has always been.
Yeah, so why romance, though? What do you love so much about romance?
Well, interestingly enough, it actually does intersect with my academic work, which is about love and community and connection, which is the sort of core reality of romance as well.
So when you're writing, you actually have some studying behind that and some facts behind that, and make it a little bit more realistic too. So what can people expect when they come out? Is this just Saturday?
It's just Saturday. Doors open at 9 a.m. The event officially starts at 10 a.m., but come early to make sure you get that first look at the authors that are there to sell and to meet with folks. We have 6 different concurrent sessions on top of those headlining sessions. So not having tickets to those headlining authors, not a big deal at all, because we have so much much more and so many other authors from across the traditional to self-published realms to meet and to listen to. We will also have a capsule collection of jute mode materials like we did last year, different designs this year. And then there's also a whole series of activities. We will have microtrope button making. We will have friendship bracelet making. There's a color your bookmark station. And then all of the opportunities to meet authors, you know, get their signatures, get pictures taken with them. It's essentially a big party for people who love romance.
Who love romance, the tropes. Yes, that's fun. That's a lot of fun. What are you most looking forward to on Saturday?
Meeting other authors. Actually, that was the really cool part about last year, is meeting people, some I knew from other parts of the country and some who I had no idea were local, so it was nice.
So you get to bounce some ideas or say like, how's this going for you? Or what are some of those challenges, some of those successes? What has worked for you? And of course, as you mentioned, the swag here, or the merch, as I should say, that you've got here from Jute Mode again, because as we said, they do everything. These were very popular last year.
Yes, they sold out at the event, and then they ended up they started pre-ordering an additional run of them, so the same will happen this year. Okay. There will be these 5 products, 2 sweatshirts, 2 t-shirts, and a hat. If we happen to run out, they will take orders, and then, you know, they do free pickup in store, or they will ship to your home for a cost. And
yeah, stay nice and warm as you're reading your romance novels, right? Thanks so much, ladies, for being here today. Again, this is happening Saturday. Doors open at 9. Everything gets started at 10.
That's correct.
At Main Library downtown. Ladies, thanks for being here today.
Thank you for having us.
Have fun, yeah. Well, still to come on Good Day, 3 weeks from today is Thanksgiving. We're making sure you get the most out of your holiday. And if you need help putting that turkey on the table, we have that information as well. Thank you for making Toledo's longest running 9 a.m. show part of your Thursday morning. We're back in a moment.